Claressa Shields just hit the panic button and declared a full-on emergency for every content creator mentioning her name. Seriously, what? This is insane. Since when did freedom of speech stop applying? The entire internet is shaking its head in straight disbelief. But hear me out, Claressa Shields, people have stepped to you before, and plenty vanished right after. You should already know storms like this never last forever. I have no clue who's whispering in your ear or hyping you up at the moment. Maybe it's that so-called crisis manager you keep tucked away. Yeah, the same one who allegedly used to run around with Antonio Gates. If that's really who's giving you guidance, girl, you might want to reread that manual. Let me be honest, this isn't my first time on this ride. I've watched every type of chaos unfold. And believe me, you're not cut from the cloth of people who thrive under real pressure. You claim you want to silence creators, but honestly, it looks like you're trying to become one. You don't just want boxing anymore. You want influencer cash, those $50,000 creator checks, and every spotlight attached to them. Be real. That's exactly what you're chasing now. That's why every single day, Claressa Shields jumps online doing off-the-wall dances and random skits that make people stop and stare like, what is even happening? But let's circle back to this head video situation, because this part actually matters. The First Amendment exists for a reason. People are allowed to speak, react, and share opinions, especially when you're the one putting everything online for public consumption. Now, Claressa, you said you wanted the buzz, the clout, the spotlight, the hype, the attention. Well, this is exactly how it comes. You post, people react. That's literally the internet's entire design. You can't be mad when the reflection you're showing doesn't look flattering. That part isn't on us. That's on you. Look at it clearly. You got your entire family online cursing, talking reckless, and airing private business like it's a reality show. You keep bouncing from one man to another, like with Tony, while posting clips that spark nonstop chatter. Nobody forced those videos online. They came straight from your own pages. You're out here running polls about who cooks best or which kid is better, dragging everyone into the madness. And somehow Pap got pulled into the circus too. You can literally see him upstairs looking completely over it. His energy tells the whole story. The way he moves shows he's just trying to dodge the drama, but it keeps chasing him anyway. Look at this entire situation. This isn't how Pap moved back when he was with Remy. Back then, he wasn't hunting cameras or living for attention like this. The vibe is totally different now. Claressa, it feels like you crave fame, that influencer shine, those millions of views. But the moment someone says something that isn't praise, you spiral. You only want applause. That's not how this game works. You can't demand fame and then try to control the narrative. It doesn't go both ways. And everyone saw it during that big press tour you ran. Not a single tough question made it through. Everything was sweetened, softened, and carefully wrapped. And that's not real life. You don't get to mute the entire internet just because the truth makes you uncomfortable. Now you're out here flagging pages and trying to shut down channels simply because they don't clap for you. Be serious. That's not confidence. That's insecurity wearing a power costume. And what's even crazier is you walking around with a married man. Like the world suddenly forgot that Papoose is still married. Why do you think Pap stays quiet? Why do you think Remy Ma stays quiet? Because they don't need this chaos. They move in silence, not on live streams. Every time Pap goes back to New York to see his daughter, you hop online acting like it's some kind of betrayal. You react just like your sister. The same behavior you criticize her for. You say she craves attention. Yet the moment you feel ignored, you do the exact same thing. It's a loop that never ends. Claressa Shields, you claim this lifestyle is what you wanted. But did you ever ask yourself if it's worth all the mess attached to it? Because this is exactly what comes with it. Claressa, this is what you signed up for, especially for my platform. You wanted the buzz, right? You wanted to go viral and have everyone saying your name every day, right? But now it seems that's only cool when the talk is positive. The second someone highlights the parts you don't like, suddenly it's an issue. You only want people speaking on you if it flatters you. That's not real life. I'm not here to sugarcoat for clout. There's nothing empowering about running around with a married man, especially one who isn't yours. Find your own lane and your own relationship. Tony wasn't your man either. Everyone watched how that played out. You knew exactly what was, yet now you act shocked when people call it out. If your plan is to start striking channels and getting pages removed because they're pointing out messy behavior, go ahead. You won't stop anything. People will adapt. They'll move to Rumble, Instagram, TikTok, anywhere else. The conversation won't die. It'll just relocate. But let's talk about the real nerve here. Thinking you can log online and act like judge and jury as if you're untouchable. Claressa Shields, you're not above the people who supported you. You're a woman from Flint who rose in a sport that was still finding its footing. That's something to respect. But don't rewrite history. You didn't build the game by yourself. And you're not the only star in it. And this whole GWAD title, calling yourself the greatest woman of all time, slow down. Real legends don't need constant reminders. Their actions speak loud enough. A true champion stands firm with her own man, her own respect, and her own legacy. If you really want that crown, you have to move like it, not just post like it. Let's be honest. No disrespect to Pap, but you're really out here with someone else's husband who wasn't even making noise publicly. Be real. The only reason Pap is trending right now is because of you, and the wildest part is this. The only reason you're still trending Claressa Shields is because of Remy Ma. Facts are facts. Pap downgraded, no debate. You might have upgraded from Tony, but Pap definitely stepped down. And before anyone argues, let's be clear. Remy Ma is a certified icon. Millions upon millions of followers, real cultural respect. And she doesn't even have to force a shine. When Remy Ma gets dressed and steps out, it's straight confidence with effortless style. She's already solid. Claressa Shields, meanwhile, is still chasing validation, running after online attention, like it's going to fill some invisible gap. You came from Flint, Michigan, no doubt. A hard background, a fighter story, and people respected that. But now you're moving like you forgot what kept you grounded in the first place. You're playing luxury, flexing about millions and signing bonuses, talking about $8 million like it's sitting untouched in the bank when the receipts don't line up. And here's the part that really cracked the image. When you pulled up to that press conference for the fight with Cruz, the mask slipped. People saw right through it. The attitude, the forced smiles, the fake confidence. It all screamed someone trying way too hard to sell an illusion. If you truly had it like that, you wouldn't need to prove it every time the cameras came on. At that press conference, Claressa Shields straight up admitted she only received $2 million, not the $8 million she'd been bragging about. Then her overly loyal fans flooded the comments trying to spin it, saying, "Oh, she'll get the rest later." Nah, stop it. She clearly said she only had 3 at that point. The story keeps shifting and people are catching on. Here's the reality. I could hype you, Claressa Shields, and push your name to the level you clearly want. But not if it costs me my credibility. I'm not about to look foolish just to stroke your ego. You do your job in the ring, and I'll do mine behind the mic, different hustles. You punch for a living. I create content for one. So why are you trying to shut down creators who are only reacting to what you post yourself? You're a public figure. People are going to talk. If you don't like the conversation, change the narrative you're giving them. That's real control, not trying to silence everyone. And let's keep it honest. You're a boxer who struggles to produce real knockouts. That's not hate, that's fact. You've got skill, but you don't bring that raw power fans expect from a true champion. You're not on Layla Ali's level, not matching Alicia Baumgartner's energy, and you're clearly steering around Sheila Green like she's a matchup you don't want. Instead, you're picking fights with opponents who barely have any Instagram followers. Come on, Claressa. You can't demand greatness if you're afraid to stand toe-to-toe with real competition. When Cruz posts online, her engagement barely reaches 3 or 4 comments. That's it. Meanwhile, Claressa Shields is supposed to be the face of a major promotional deal, yet it's giving broke energy. She signed with Salida Promotions, but from the outside, they can't even keep her name trending the right way. They're doing everything except properly promoting her career. Then there's this Win Records label she's attached to. Nobody had heard of them until her name popped up. It's like they appeared out of nowhere trying to look official, but with no real push behind the scenes. It's almost embarrassing for someone calling herself the GOAT to be tied to teams that can't keep her brand alive. Promotions are supposed to elevate you, not leave you begging for attention online. You can collect all the belts you want, but if your marketing team can't support it, it's wasted potential. Claressa should be headlining arenas and trending for victories, not for internet drama overshadowing her talent. And to content creators out there, stay sharp. If you speak on Claressa's shields, know you might be stepping into a storm. She's been targeting anyone who talks about her, treating criticism like it's a crime. You might want a backup page or two just to keep your content safe, because once the flagging starts, it's officially game on. Word around the internet is she's now aligned with that one loud dude who used to drag her nonstop, then magically switched sides and became her loudest supporter. Same guy who was already known for flagging channels back in the day. So if the rumors are accurate, he's likely helping Claressa's shields target creators now too. It's sloppy, it's petty, and it's exactly the kind of chaos that keeps people talking without pause. Let me know how you feel about all of this, because this situation with Claressa's shields gets more unhinged by the day. The drama isn't slowing down anytime soon, and you already know we'll be breaking it all down live. No filters, no sugarcoating. Every move she makes adds another twist to the storyline, and I want to hear exactly where you stand. Drop your thoughts below, because the comment section is about to explode. We got a live stream coming up where we're digging even deeper into this entire saga. From messy alliances to flagging drama, PR disasters, and everything Claressa is trying to control behind the curtain. So if you've got opinions, receipts, or raw reactions, bring them straight to the live chat. We're breaking it all down piece by piece to see what's really happening behind the scenes. And real talk, I appreciate every single one of you who took the time to watch. Time is the one thing none of us get back, and the fact you spent yours here means everything. This community was built on honesty and calling things exactly how they are, even when it makes people uncomfortable. That's what keeps the Skinny Gang solid. Real talk, real people, real opinions. So before you slide out, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a drop. Share this video with your people and keep the conversation moving, because the comment section is where the real debate lives.